nourishment. In fact, you could call it a symbiotic relationship. Some animal species use particular vocalization patterns to attract a female and reproduce. Songbirds, certain insects, and also the vocal cord parasites. The difference is that the parasites themselves did not produce sounds. Rather, they had their hosts, man, do it for them. Once secure on the human host vocal cords.
That truck is the target. Extract it out of the mission area. You can also drive it out of the hot zone yourself.
Something like a warble of a bird. Meanwhile, females parasitizing other host pharynxes need only wait. Upon hearing the sound pattern of an attractive mate, they would manipulate their hosts into making contact with the person it came from. The female traveled through his host's saliva to the other host's vocal cords, where the male was waiting and the pair copulated. We can only imagine how the female manipulated his host, but it was probably through smell. Smells traveled directly to the limbic system via the olfactory cilia in the nasal cavity. Volatile compounds released by the female would stimulate the limbic system, which controls instincts, making the host feel amorous. This kind of sexual selection naturally led to competition between the male parasites. Males that had their hosts produce sounds perceived by females as more attractive succeeded in copulating and producing offspring. Evolutionary traits caused by sexual selection are curious. The peacock's feathers, the mannequin's dance, the firefly's luminescence pattern, even with courtship behaviors that are not advantageous to them.
Bastards are pulling guard duty. That proves the cargo is headed to Cypher.
The same was true of the vocal cord parasites. Courtship vocalization rhythms and intonations became more sophisticated, and in order for man to produce such sounds, they had to alter his vocal organs. By lowering the position of the larynx and developing resonating chambers, they enabled more complex pronunciations. But that was not all. The vocal cord parasites activated a transcription factor that would later control man's language ability. A protein that, due to its appearance, is called forkhead box protein P2, or FOX-P2. Activating this transcription factor led to the development of brain function capable of creating sophisticated frequency changes. This was the pinnacle of the vocal cord parasite's prosperity. However, this sophisticated pronunciation control was too useful for man to ignore. Once human sexual activity ceased to be only seasonal, and having lost pigment-based sexual characteristics, distinctive vocalizations became the most effective means for humans to attract mates as well. Combined with logic pathways hardwired into the brain, or universal grammar, it was not long before advanced communication was possible. This was the birth of language. Luckily for man, it was around this time that a particular retrovirus was circulating. While not lethal, it infected not only man, but the vocal cord parasites as well. It is presumed that this virus removed part of the parasite's DNA and reverse transcribed it into man's reproductive cells. It was a vector. Among the genes it transcribed are the ones responsible for the production of language. The vocal cord parasite's vocalization genes were written into the human genome. The parasites were no longer of any use to man now. Man could use his voice as he pleased, when he pleased, hindering the parasite's courtship vocalizations. Having lost their opportunity to reproduce, the parasites died out, leaving behind only the transcribed genes. The vocal cord parasites were once in symbiosis with man. Its genes even became a part of his. Humans and parasites are extremely close. As such, it will be extremely difficult for man's immune system to eliminate the vocal cord parasites. Even cutting them out will be no simple matter, which is exactly why these ethnic cleansing parasites are such a formidable weapon. The rise of the vocal cord...
You've completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
300 million years to the Permian period. At that time, they were not even parasites, but predatory autotrophs. They are believed to have been the common ancestor to the Pentestomida. Cyclops genus of copepod. However, Earth's environment underwent a violent change at the end of the Permian period. The cause is unclear, but evidence suggests that over 90% of the Earth's organisms at that time died out. The most pronounced threat to the protoparasites was the severe reduction in oxygen concentration. The result was cladogenesis, a splitting that gave birth to a new strain that could parasitize other organisms' respiratory apparatus.
Roger.
This survival tactic helped lower their oxygen consumption, and inhabiting the throat kept them securely in contact with inhaled air. The best survivors were those that parasitized the reptiles that flourished at the time. Entering the Triassic period, the reptiles evolved into dinosaurs, and the protoparasites shared in their success. Dinosaurs developed respiratory organs called air sacs to adapt to the low oxygen environment. These in particular helped the protoparasites thrive. But another trial awaited them. The end of the Triassic period saw another drastic change in the Earth's environment. For most parasites, the male and female take the same host. Many are, in fact, hermaphrodites. Originally, the vocal cord...
Boss, what happened? Boss!
Extract the PF transport truck. Throw a wrench into Cypher's plans. You can view the escort unit's predicted route on your map. The target should link up with them somewhere along it.
Marker placed. Please select a drop point. Supplies requested. Supply drop complete. Please select a drop point. Supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Roger that. You gonna extract him? The enemy's on combat alert. Now that they know we're chasing them, the target will make an end run to its destination. That truck is the target. Extract it out of the mission area. You can also drive it out of the hot zone yourself.
Please select a drop point. Please select a drop point. Supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
You have arrived at your destination. Please dispatch requested. Buddy departing area of operations. Buddy has arrived. Will clear shortly.
Scout. These bastards are pulling guard duty. That proves the cargo is headed to Cypher.
Us? What were you thinking?
Extract the PF transport truck. Throw a wrench into Cypher's plans. You can view the escort unit's predicted route on your map. The target should link up with them somewhere along it.
Marker placed. Marker placed. You have arrived at your destination.
Extract him.
Select a drop point.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Buddy departing area of operations. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Buddy has arrived. Please select supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Ya'at-e. You disappoint me. Have you forgotten my face?
Leave me be.
You won't respond to anyone else, so I figured it must be me you wanted to see. But now you won't even look at me.
Have I not suffered enough?
Not until you've eased my suffering first. To tell you the truth, old man, I'm in a bit of a bind. It's about your...
That truck is the target. Extract it out of the mission area. You can also drive it out of the hot zone yourself.
The ones that infect a man's throat, killing him if he speaks their language.
They must not be allowed to multiply.
You are allowed to live only in order to help me. But you don't want to, do you? So why not choose death instead? Because you want to protect the Diné and their land from me. That's your purpose, isn't it? Don't lose sight of that now. It's in your interest to cooperate. Because if you don't...
Madness.
The parasites can't detect your people's tongue. So I'll just have to resort to more heavy-handed means. I have the greatest respect for your people. I would rather avoid such a thing, but we don't always get our way. I was born a tiny mote in a mighty tempest, and until those winds abate, all I can choose is how to act when they blow me this way or that. Tell me, code talker, what happens to a man infected with a pair of your parasites? Can they be removed? Can the full-blown symptoms be prevented?
It is impossible to remove the parasites alone. They have too close an affinity with humans.
Then how do you stop the symptoms from developing? All right. I was hoping for an answer now, but perhaps you just need a little more time. I'll be back soon. I've set up shop, not far from here. We'll be seeing a lot more of each other.
If you're close by, then it is almost complete.
We're in the final phases.
Snake, are you okay? Snake!
Mission list updated. Please select a mission. Mission accepted.
objective is to steal an entire truck from a PF convoy. We don't have a fix on the truck we want, but the intel team has spotted the unit that's been tasked with escorting it. They're stationed at the guard post to the north of Nova Braga Airport on the Savannah. The rendezvous with our target will be any time now. Start by heading to that guard post. Then follow the escort unit. It should lead you right to the target truck. Boss, extract them from the mission area. You can check the target details on your iDroid.
Forgive me, but my schedule has changed. The time for grace and good manners has now run out.
Please. Torture will not work on me. Surely you know this.
Oh, I have no intention of getting rough with you. You haven't been beaten. Your hands aren't even tied. Just like me, you live in symbiosis with countless parasites. What wounds I might inflict, they'll patch right up. You might feel considerable pain, but I've no doubt you can withstand it.
Then what do you plan on doing?
I have a soldier standing outside. Nothing special about him, except that he always obeys. I have given him one instruction. Whenever I ring this bell, he passes on a message for me. That message is simply, go.
What is this?
After that, though, it gets complicated. The message will arrive at a room, a little bigger than this one, nothing special. Some of your people are in this room, surrounded by my men.
Enough of this.
They pick them at random. No regard for age, gender. In that, I suppose, they're different from you. Not as discriminating. They tied them up, one by one, blindfolded them. We had to maintain order, you understand?
You bastard.
Go. When they hear that, my men will pick one of your people and infect them with a parasite. Your parasite.
It won't work on my people.
True. The vocal cord parasite doesn't respond to your language.
Analysis complete.
But what about English?
An English strain. It exists.
A ring of this bell, and they infect one person. If that person abandons the Navajo language, the English strain will trigger symptoms.
You monster.
So, it's quite simple. Every time I ring the bell, another of your people is infected.
Don't do this.
I don't want to do this. I'd rather not have to ring the bell, which is why I'm hoping you will talk to me.
What do you want? What else could you possibly want?
You know the answer to that. How to prevent the symptoms caused by the parasite.
You cannot control it like some slave.
You've reached the guard post. Where's the escort unit?
Forget it. Unlikely.
I will never tell you. What have you done?
You made me do that.
You black-hearted...
Settle down.
Don't use it again.
Well, that is up to you. All you need to do is tell me what I want. How to prevent the vocal cord parasite symptoms.
Why? Why do you need to know?
The adult soldiers at Gualayamasa are all dead.
What?
The parasite traveled downstream.
How?
It would appear that he was involved. Another demon who woke up from 9 years of slumber.
The escort unit isn't there. We must be too late. Is there anything there that might lead us to the target? Look everywhere in the guard post.
It was an unfortunate accident. He is becoming an annoyance. He may stumble upon the truth sooner or later, but I suppose that is really of no consequence.
You gonna extract him?
One day, he too will pay for what he has done.
Black Anna. The real demon. is you.
You know, this incident made me realize something. You are right. I should have acted with more...
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
These creatures cannot be controlled. All the more reason I require a means to stop them.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Wait. Don't ring it again.
It is up to you. Out with it.
You found an intel file. Use your iDroid to scan it. Perfect, boss. It's the escort plan for the transport truck. I'm putting the escort unit's predicted route on your iDroid. Get after them. They should rendezvous with the target soon.
Through many language strains, finding hosts, breeding more and more. You would have been infected in the process. Infected with countless strains. Most likely your mother tongues as well. Romania, Northern Transylvania. You found that one too. Yes, the Hungarian strain that responds to the CK's dialect.
Silence!
Black Anna. It is you who shall pay.
Is this your retaliation, old man?
Let my people go and never bother them again. You heard me. What now? What? No!
That soldier, he isn't with the CFA. What could be so important that it would require 2 major PFs to guard it?
I probably have every language strain inside of me. Meaning all the world's languages are already lost to me. But that suits me fine. If need be, I myself can produce whatever strain is needed.
And that means nothing to you. If you are infected, you can never again speak your mother tongue. Otherwise you will die. As will every one of your countrymen.
A few words here and there won't trigger the symptoms. And besides, the time is not yet right to show this face in my homeland. Not until my revenge is complete. Now...
Stop!
We're out of time. I have to get going. Well...
No!
You gonna extract him?
It's radiation.
Radiation? Of course. So it can be used.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Radiation denatures their reproductive cells, preventing them from mating.
Same principle as the sterilization technique. The reproductive cells are more sensitive to radiation than the rest of the body. But I have not tested it. There's no telling what mutation could result, or how the host may be affected. Not to mention what could happen if this is done post-infection.
I don't care. This plan goes into action now. As long as it works, the details can wait. You wouldn't be lying to me, of course, old man.
I can guarantee nothing.
I owe you my life. My body has been burned on countless occasions, but it survives, thanks to your children. That is why I trust you.
Then do not repeat my mistake.
What's that?
In the West, it is said that the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. In the East, it is said the man of flesh brings spiritual power to words. The people knew back then that these creatures carry the gospel. They do not belong in our hands. They must not be touched.
How enlightening. I'll remember that. Consider this my thanks.
What are you?
Catch.
No!
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Well then, I'm afraid it really is goodbye this time, Code Talker.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
There is no soldier.
Huh. Now where did he run off to? Guess he wasn't as obedient as I thought.
There never was any soldier.
So long.
You! How dare you!
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Caution, rain approaching. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
CFPF begrepen. Het kan een vijandige aanval wees. Allieneerde, vakker wees.
Boss, the truck you just destroyed was the target.
Extract the PF transport truck. Throw a wrench into Cypher's plans. You can view the escort unit's predicted route on your map. The target should link up with them somewhere along it.
Enemy presence detected.
The enemy's on combat alert.
Boss, what happened? Boss!
Extract the PF transport truck. Throw a wrench into Cypher's plans. You can view the escort unit's predicted route on your map. The target should link up with them somewhere along it. Scott, if these bastards are pulling guard duty, that proves the cargo is headed to Cypher.
Analysis complete.
shortly at LZ. This is Pequot. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by. This is Pequot. Approaching position. This is Pequot. We have zero visibility. We're gonna have to pull back. Roger. Fire. This is Pequot. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Boss, come in. Boss? Boss!
Extract the PF transport truck. Throw a wrench into Cypher's plans. You can view the escort unit's predicted route on your map. The target should link up with them somewhere along it.
Enemy presence detected. System updated. Please select a drop for supplies requested. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Please select a drop supply drop.
There they are. The escort unit's armored vehicles. Is the target with them?
Buddy departing area of operations.
Boss, the truck you just destroyed was the target.
Extract the PF transport truck. Throw a wrench into Cypher's plans. You can view the escort unit's predicted route on your map. The target should link up with them somewhere along it.
Point. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Please select supplies requested. Please select enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
The skulls. If these bastards are pulling guard duty, that proves the cargo is headed to Cypher. Extract the PF transport truck. Throw a wrench into Cypher's plans. You can view the escort unit's predicted route on your map. The target should link up with them somewhere along it. The skulls. If these bastards are pulling guard duty, that proves the cargo is headed to Cypher.
What were you thinking?
Extract the PF transport truck. Throw a wrench into Cypher's plans. You can view the escort unit's predicted route on your map. The target should link up with them somewhere along it.
Champion, дежурит-дуя.
Please select a deployment point. Enemy presence detected. Map has been updated. Sun will rise momentarily.
Scott, if these bastards are pulling guard duty, that proves the cargo is headed to Cypher.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Tricks up their sleeves. Serious firepower to pierce their armor, boss. Call in support if you need. You defeated the Skulls. I can't believe you took those things out. Now you just have to extract the target.
Has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Please select requested. Please select a life support helicopter.
Roger.
Requested. Buddy, departing the area of evacuation.
This is Pequot. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Good job.
Support helicopter has arrived.
Gaining altitude. Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Amazing. Mission. That right there is why you're the best, boss. The one and only. Boss, we searched the truck you recovered. There were two primary types of cargo. First, drums of malachite, a copper ore. That took up most of the truck bed. But malachite isn't valuable enough to warrant an escort. The real cargo was likely the second item, a shielding container. The contents, yellow cake. That's right, the raw material for a nuclear weapon. That might point to the weapon to surpass Metal Gear Emmerich told us about. But who can say? Thing is, there isn't a lot of it. Not enough to make a nuclear warhead. Give us some time. We'll look into it. Try to figure out why they had this under such close guard.
Caution, rain approaching. Commencing platform construction. Commencing platform construction. Staff assigned. Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. Please select a mission. Mission accept. Heading to Afghanistan. Please select a mission.
Boss, we need you to get back a film canister one of our informants hid in the field. He was working under my orders to investigate the extraordinaries that showed up in Cyprus. The man on fire and the floating boy that keeps showing up where they're not welcome. Apparently they were the subjects of some top-secret research conducted by the Kremlin. Unfortunately, that meant our informant drew the attention of the KGB's Directorate S, and they took him out before we could make contact. The good news is he placed a report in a film canister and hid it somewhere in Spookmate Keep. Just before he died, he transmitted VI of the hiding place to us, but the data was cut off partway through. The image is far from clear, but it might provide the clue you need. We'll be analyzing the data further to try to clear it up, but for now, get to Spookmate Keep. The KGB have already dispatched a Spetsnaz squad to retrieve that film canister and cover the whole thing up. Boss, there's no time to waste. Head to Spookmate Keep and use the VI as a clue to find and retrieve that target. Why was Sahelanthropus mobile? How are the man on fire and that kid connected to Skullface's plan? If we can just get that report, we can blow it all wide open. Then we can shake off the last remnants of Skullface and the phantoms he left behind.
Select a mission. Mission accept. Heading to Afghanistan. Please select a mission. Mission accepted.
Boss, retrieve the film canister our informant hid in Spookmate Keep before he died. It contains vital information on Skullface's plan. For now, our only clue is the garbled photograph the informant tried to send us before the end. We're working on analyzing the data, but there's no time to wait. A KGB Spetsnaz squad is after the target as well. Boss, go to Spookmate Keep and use the VI to lead you to where the film canister is hidden. It is paramount you retrieve the target before the enemy does.
Updated. Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. You have arrived at your destination.
Boss, we fully decrypted the VI data. Now the target's hiding place should be clear as day. Check your iDroid.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Please select a strike point.
position.
Please select a drop point. Please supplies.
Prioritizing elimination of enemy threats.
Snake, talk to me! Snake! Snake!
Boss, go to Spookmate Keep and use the VI to lead you to where the film canister is hidden. It is paramount you retrieve the target before the enemy does.
Please select a drop supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Понял. Все единицам. Будьте бдительны и найдите нарушителей. Конец связи. КБ, Эмили-9! Черт, у нас тут снайпер! Это КБ, понял. Найти вражеского снайпера и снять его. Конец связи!
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
КБ, Эмили-9! Вы потеряли вражеского снайпера. Остаемся на чеку. Прием! Это КП, понял. Не расслабляйтесь. Они еще могут быть рядом. Конец связи. КП, это СОС-7. У нас труп. Противник где-то близко. Прием! Это КП, понял. Последующие потери неприемлемы. Держите ухо востро. Конец связи.
Analysis complete.
Coming too. Roger that. Boss, we fully decrypted the VI data. Now the target's hiding place should be clear as day. Check your iDroid. You've completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Mission info has been. Please select a strike point. Please select a landing zone. Support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Mission complete, boss. Boss, I have a quick report for you here. We've discovered a radiation leak in the laboratory on the quarantine platform. It's coming from testing equipment we installed the other day. Members of the medical team have been conducting research there. but we'll evacuate them all from the research block to the containment block next to it. Emmerich.
There's no need to worry. No radioactive material is leaked, so the contamination won't spread. We just need to seal off the testing equipment.
I've dispatched the security team to get the researchers out. I'll keep you updated.
Please select a mission. Please select a support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude. Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Please select a mission.